Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do this infinite zoom transition inside After Effects. I seen on the Bad Time Low Tech, a music video created by Lyrical Lemonade, that they use this effect, so we're gonna be breaking it down today. Before we get into the video, I want to tell you guys about Brian De La Mata's new plugin called Shake Sauce 2. It's by far the easiest way to add shake inside of After Effects. It has a brand new UI. You can save custom presets, and best of all, there's a 7-day free trial, link in the description. That way you could try it out 100% risk-free. If you don't love it, you could cancel it, but I know you'll love it. With that being said, let's hop straight into the video. So this will be the clip that we will be working with inside of After Effects. You guys can choose anything that you could zoom through. For this, we're going to be zooming through a window, but you guys can literally do a ball, a watch, a wheel, a door. Anything you guys can zoom through, it'll work perfectly fine. First thing that you want to do is you want to put your playhead where you want the freeze frame to take place. We're going to leave it right there. We're going to right click, go up to time, freeze frame. Now we're going to zoom in and we're going to mask out this window. I'm going to speed this part up for you guys. Now that we have that masked out, we're going to press on our clip, go to mask, so press M on your keyboard, change this add, subtract. Now when we zoom back out, you guys can see we have that masked out. We're going to go back to our mask options, and the mask expansion right here, we're just going to bring it up a little bit, fill it in. That's to fix it up for us a little bit. Now what we want to do is we want to Control D to duplicate that freeze frame. After we have that duplicate, we're going to go to our bottom layer and we're going to scale it down just like this so you could be able to see it. We're going to go back to our first clip and we're going to scale that up so it starts more zoomed in, just like that. Then we're going to go to back to our bottom one and we're going to zoom it in, just like that. If you guys want to make sure it's in the dead center, we could go over here, press on proportional grid. We can make sure we put it in the dead center, just like that. That one's already there, we're good. Go ahead and turn this proportional grids off. You guys can definitely use that, it's a fire tool. If we toggle this transparency grid on, you guys can see what it will look like when we zoom through. So we'll go ahead and keep that on. Now we're gonna go to our bottom clip again, duplicate it, press S for scale. We're gonna bring that down again. We're just gonna keep doing this until we're satisfied with the look of it, guys. So I'm gonna bring the scale down just like this. Perfect. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna duplicate our layer, bring the scale option up, let's bring it down just like so. We're gonna do it one more time. Duplicate, bring the scale down. That's enough times for me. Now I want to offset it a little bit, just like in the actual music video. So we're going to bring up the transform option, go to rotation. Let's bring that rotation to 3. Let's close out of that one. Let's go to the bottom one. Bring that rotation to -3. Go to the bottom one. Press R on your keyboard to bring up rotation. Little shortcut. This one we'll put 3. Bottom one. Press R, rotation. -3, and the last one, R for rotation, 3 again. Just give it a little offset, looks more realistic. Close out of all of those. Now we're gonna make all these layers 3D layers. We're gonna right click, we're gonna go to new, we're gonna add a camera. You guys go ahead and copy these settings, it's okay. Now we're gonna go up to our camera, we're gonna open the transform. We're going to keyframe all of those. We're going to select on all of our layers of our freeze frame. We're going to go ahead and make them longer so we have more keyframes to work with. After that's done, go ahead and press U so we can see our keyframes again. Now we're going to go in about 20 frames, so press shift. Go to next frame on your preview, and that skips 10 frames each time, so we skip 20. Now we're going to press C on our keyboard. That's going to toggle through the different settings that we have for our camera settings. You guys could also change it manually by going up to here, but I'm going to go ahead and press C. We're going to use this one right here. It's pretty much the dolly zoom. We're going to zoom it in all the way through the middle. Make sure you guys put this back in the center. You guys go ahead and bring that proportional grid back up so we know where the center is. We'll go ahead and zoom in through just like so. Gonna go ahead and zoom in through all the way. Scratching that proportional grid off. And now when we play it back, we have something like that. Super fire. We're gonna go ahead and turn on motion blur right there. Gonna go ahead and turn on motion blur on all those clips. Now when we play back, as you guys can see when we zoom through, it has like that little blur to it, adds a little bit more realism to it. Now we're gonna add some more effects to make it more real. So we're gonna go to our panel, press new, adjustment layer. Make sure you put it above all your freeze frames. Go to your effects and presets, search up optics compensation, throw it on top. Make sure you select reverse lens distortion. At the beginning, we're gonna keyframe it. Let's bring that to like 30. Press U on our keyboard so we can see what we're messing with. Press U on your camera options too so you see where it ends. We're gonna go to where it ends, which is like right there. We can go back to our adjustment layer. Let's bring that up to about like 70. Now if we play it back, as you guys can see, the edges are starting to like stretch out a bit. Looks pretty clean. Now first add some more motion to the windows. We're gonna go back to our transform settings. We're gonna keyframe the Z. As you guys can see, it's at 3. Let's go in about like 2. Let's go in about 3 frames. 1, 2, 3. Let's bring that to -3. And now we're gonna do this for all of our windows. So we're gonna go to our other window. Let's close the mask settings. Go to our transform. Go to the beginning. Keyframe the Z rotation, as you guys can see, is at -3. Let's go in about 5 frames this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's bring this one to 3. Now we're gonna go to our next one. Close the mask, open up the transform. Let's go like 2 frames in. Keyframe the beginning again. As you guys can see, it's at 3. Let's go in about 2 frames. 1, 2. Let's put this to -3. We're just going back and forth, and we're just gonna offset the windows like this. And after you're done with that, you're gonna go ahead and ease all those keyframes, make it more smooth. Like so. Then we're gonna offset them even more, put them around. Now when we play it back, we have something like this. As you guys can see, the windows moving a little bit, add some more animation to it, pretty cool. Now I'll put a clip and put it all the way at the bottom from the video. Now if I play it through, as you guys can see, the clip is there. Now we're gonna make that clip fit to the windows, so let's bring up the transform settings. Keyframe position and scale at the beginning. Let's go ahead and bring the scale down. Just like so. Then we're gonna go to the end where it finishes zooming, which is like at this point right here. We're gonna go ahead and scale it back up. Now when we let it play through, as you guys can see, it is scaled to the window. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pre-compose the camera, the adjustment layer, and all those freeze frames. Go ahead and right click, go to pre-compose, press OK. Now to sauce it up even more, guys, we're gonna go back into that composition, double click. Now we're gonna use Shake Sauce 2. We're gonna go with shaky hands, so we're gonna press on it. Press apply. We're gonna go to our position right there in the beginning, keyframe the amplitude and the frequency. We're gonna put the position amplitude to 24 and the frequency 3. And then as it's zooming through, let's change that amplitude to about 43. And now if we play it through, as you guys can see, there's just a little bit more intensity and motion to the windows. Now when we go back into our transition, you guys can see how it comes back together. Right here, as you guys can see, it's not completely scaled out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our panel, go to new, adjustment layer, put it in between so it just affects the layer under it. Let's go ahead and press this pick whip, put it on the adjustment layer. Let's go ahead and scale it up just like that. Just gonna go through each frame, make sure it's fine, and it is. To sell the effect even more, we're gonna go to our bottom layer. We're gonna go to our effects and presets, search up Gaussian blur, throw it on top. Let's go ahead and keyframe the blurriness at the beginning. Let's bring that to 25. Then we're gonna go where it zooms in, like right here. Bring that back down to 0. Play it back out, something like that. Now the final touch we're gonna add on is right when it zooms in. We're gonna go back to our Shake Sauce 2. We're gonna go to keyframes. Let's go with vertical. Press OK to add. We're gonna go to position. We're gonna go to our dimensions. We're gonna bring this down just a tad bit, just like so. Then we're gonna go to our motion blur and also bring that down. Like that. Now if we play it back, we have a transition just like this. Super fire. And that is the end of this tutorial, guys. Like I said before, I'm gonna link in the description down below. Shake Sauce 2. You have a 7-day free trial. 100% risk free. If you don't like it, you can cancel anytime. But I definitely recommend getting it. If you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below. We're dropping tutorials every single week. You don't want to miss out. Hit that like button. If you haven't hit it yet, it really helps support me, guys. It helps motivate me to continue to drop tutorial for you guys. And it helps the YouTube algorithm push my videos out as well. So please go ahead, hit that like button. It's free. With that being said, catch you guys in the next tutorial. Peace.